unless you want to be entertained on YouTube. So we're going to talk about sequences, and today's work and maybe even tomorrow's work, it's more about recognizing patterns. And so a lot of it is gut feel and intuition until about Monday when we start really building rules. We start building rules to come up with equations for sequences. So first of all, a sequence is just a bunch of numbers. Could we take notes there? Huh? You already got it down? Yeah. You got this down? Okay, you don't want to take down the definition of a sequence? Where? I don't see a definition there. What, the definition of a sequence? You gotta be shitting me. Where? Yeah, there is no definition, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. Definition of a sequence is just a bunch of numbers that have a certain pattern in them. And it's a question of finding that pattern. Okay? It's a question of finding that pattern. So the first sequence here, everybody can see what the pattern is. What's the pattern? Sorry? Well, an odd person would say odd numbers, right? Yeah. Okay, how about the next one? Multiply previous one by 2. Okay, there's another way of thinking about it. Can anybody see another way? Edward? Yeah, see, he's a computer hacker, so he knows what the sequence is, okay? So he's saying that this sequence is 2 to the n, except that, Edward, in this case, n starts out with what number? 0, okay? So this is an unusual pattern, okay? Starts out with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So n is essentially a position of the number in the sequence. So this is the 0th position, this is the first position, this is the second position, and so on. This is an unusual sequence where we start out with 0. The sequences we're going to see, we will start out typically with n equals 1. Okay? So you guys get an idea about what a sequence is? Okay. Let's talk about how to write sequences. Okay? And there are two different ways of writing sequences. The first one is called a functional form. Okay, it's called a functional form. And by that I mean that it is explicitly a function of n. Hello, can you move up forward, please? Yeah, come move forward. Yeah, permanently, that's your seat. Oh, is Adam not here today, right? Okay, so look, you need to be moved somewhere else, and I'll have to think about where to move you. Yeah, this is a great moving class. Yeah, great moving class. Okay? It's an explicit function of n. So the first term, n is 1, so a sub 1 is equal to 2. Jafar, the second one would be a sub 2, and what would that be? He's got the answer. Right there, look at him. 4. But he can't see, so you're going to say it out. 4. Jafar, how about a sub 20? 40. Okay. So evaluating a sequence that is explicitly in the function form is pretty easy. You just plug in the value of n, and you get the number in the sequence. Okay. All right. Are you texting or are you doing your calculator? 2 times 20 is 40. Yeah. Or are you texting someone to find out what the answer is? Okay, how about the next one? You guys work on this one, okay? Okay? So minus 1 to the 20th power is going to be 1. Anytime you have an even power there, it'll become a positive quantity. Okay? So then this would be 2. So in words, how would you describe this sequence? In words. Not in math, but in words. How would you describe the sequence? Anybody? Zubair? Sorry? No, no, in words, how would you describe it? Don't tell me what the sequence is, but in words, how would you describe it? Sorry? Yeah, but I think it's Ama. No, someone was saying odd, right? Didn't someone say odd? I thought I heard someone say odd. Odd numbers. Right, in words. Okay. All right, is everybody okay? All right. Okay, so on this one here, I want you to kind of develop this. So I want the functional form for this sequence. This is kind of a little tricky, okay, so I might have to give you some prompts on it. So the first thing you want to do in finding out the equation for a sequence is put down the values of n. Okay, so n is 1 here, it's 2 there. Edward, you got to be quiet on this one, okay, because this is like one of your binary pattern. Okay, so I'm giving you a hint there, and I will also give you a hint that it is 2 to the something. So you got to stop here and think a little bit. Okay, because if you look at this, you know that this is 2 to the 5, this is 2 to the 6, 2 to the 7, and so on. So right here you're adding 4 to n every time. So then this becomes 2 to the n plus 4. Is everybody with me? Again, you can see that there's no formulaic way of really finding the answers to this. Okay, some of it is really gut feel, and some of it is with great facility with numbers. Okay, if you know your numbers really well, then this becomes easy. All right, next problem. Okay, I want you to do this entirely on your own. You want to think about the numerator and the denominator as separate sequences. So in the numerator, you're going to get some function of n. Denominator, you're going to get another function of n. So try and develop that, okay? Try and develop that. Okay, then there's another way of writing. You want to put that away, okay? Because otherwise I'll take it away. You're sitting right in front of my fucking nose and you are texting. That's not nice. Put it away in your bag. Okay, and that's really rude. Okay, so there's another way of writing a sequence, and that's called a recursive sequence. Okay, so take this definition down and then I'll go over it. Emily, you need to put that phone away too. Oh, Tanish. I don't care. Put it away. Put it away.